Hello Internet, and welcome to a new tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to visit one of my older tutorials, the Virus Vital one, in which I made a Glassy lead, the virus typed one, that sounds like this. And lately, I figured we can actually achieve the same results using other advanced techniques inside of Vital, starting from a saw wave without the need of any special wavetable that you have to download or whatever, without the need of any phasers, without the need of any LFOs going nuts into the audio range and square wave in general, and yeah, all inside of Vital using the oscillator modifiers in here. So with that said, let's start the tutorial. So it's pretty simple. First of all, we need to create actually our own wavetable, and this is the beauty of it. So what we're going to do is so here we have an instance of Vital initialized. Yeah, nothing too special. So what we're going to do, we're going to set the first modifier in here to inharmonic stretch. So we'll get actually results that sounds like this. Okay, pretty nice. So what I'll do, I'll take this first LFO in here, I'll turn down the smooth to 0, and I'll make it modulate from the middle position here to the top max right, to the hard right. And then what I'll do, so we'll get results that sounds like this. Okay, I'll set the mode in here to envelope. And what I'll do, I'll just ask it to resynthesize preset to wavetable. So what it's going to do now is that it'll create a wavetable from this modulation that I've added, the enharmonic modulation modulated by the LFO. So we'll get something that sounds like this. Okay, I'll set the modifier to none, and now we have this. Okay, for now it's nothing too special, but if we'll go to the wavetable editor in here by clicking on the pencil, first of all, we're going to set the blend style to spectral. So now we will get something that sounds like this. And the phase style, we'll set it to vocode. Now check this out, we'll get this. We're starting to get something really electric, pretty interesting. Now, for sure, we don't need all of this from the wavetable. So the end point, I'm going to change it to somewhere maybe in here. Let's see what we have. Still have a lot of stuff that we don't need. Nice, and the starting point, I'm going to nudge it a little bit to the right, something like in here. Yeah, that should work pretty nice. Now, what we will do in here, we'll set the first modifier again to inharmonic stretch. I'll take off the first LFO in here as a modifier. So we have now this. See, we're starting to get these glassy timbres in here. Yeah, I think you see where I'm going with this. Now, what I'll do too is I'll add the second modifier in here. I'll add the formant algorithm. So we'll have this. So we're starting to get some pretty interesting timbres from these two, blending these two modifiers together. So what I'll do now is I'll take autoplay in here. I'll leave it to 1/16. Actually, I've already programmed it, but it's the same stuff that I always do. I'll set it to 1/16. The time is multiplied by 1, so basically it's the same time. The length processing, minimum, somewhere like 10%, and the random in here will be set to 100%. So, we'll get random values from small gates to longer gates. And the synthesizer, I'll set it to mono, so the voices will be set to 1. The envelope in here, I'll take down the release to something, yeah, maybe, I don't know, 0.010 seconds. I think it's 10 milliseconds anyways. So for now, we'll get results that sounds like this. Now, what I'll do in here, I'll take the oscillator 1 octave lower. For now, nothing too special, but let's take the random generator in here and make it modulate the enharmonic modulator in here. And I'll take the first random generator in here, I'll set it to sample and hold. I'll set it to freeze. Now, when it's on freeze, it'll fire a new note, fire a new value every time it'll receive a new note. And what I'll do, I'll take the first random generator in here, I'll make it modulate the formant. So basically, we'll get 2 random modulation, talking with each other, if that makes sense. Now, when I'll hit play, we'll get results that sounds like this. Maybe I'm going too much on the formant. I'll take it down a bit. Pretty nice. Now let's go to the effects in here and give it a little bit of distortion. I'll use the linear fold. See, it gave it just a tiny bit of grittiness. Let's add a delay. I'll set it to 1/8 dotted, mid ping pong, like so. Take down the spread a bit. Maybe leave the feedback like so. Let's hear what we have. Pretty nice. Now a little bit of random modulation on the panning, like so. So yeah, it'll be really going nuts in the stereo field. And a little EQ to clean those nasty lower frequencies as the usual. Yeah. Now with the kick and bass, we have this. And one last thing that we didn't do is modulating the wavetable position. Now for this we can use another modulator, but for now, just for the simplicity of the tutorial, I'm going to use the first random generator in here. So now we have this. Now, I don't know what you think, guys, but actually with this technique, I think that we get this almost the same results that tastes a little bit differently, but it's way cleaner. If that makes sense, in the, I don't know, it feels like cleaner in the mix. Maybe because there's no phaser, but yeah, at least for me, it sounds way cleaner. Now, for sure, we can use an LFO that goes really nuts in the audio rate, and I'm going to show you how this will sound if we'll do so. So let's take this LFO in here and set it to square, like so, and set it to sync frequency, set it to seconds, like so, and we'll make it modulate the enharmonic just a tiny bit, like so. And now I'm going to play it. I'm going to play the sequence and play with the frequency in here and see what results we'll get. Yeah, it's interesting, but I like it the way it is without any LFOs. But you can do it the way you like. But yeah, and in essence, this is the technique I've wanted to show you, and it sounds something like this again. And yeah, with this is the end of this tutorial. I really hope you've liked it. I really hope you've learned something new. And if so, as the usual, if you want to support me and help me make more content and make more psychedelic music, you can consider supporting me by buying one of my presets on Gumroad, or maybe becoming one of my patrons, or leave a comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. So yeah, have a great one.